You know, I was thinking in these unusual times that it's really crucial for you to be motivated by your vision and not by your fear. Let me say this. Your fear can equal their money. If your fear equals their money, who are they? They would include advisors, consultants, insurance companies, government, huge corporations. Unfortunately, over the last 20 or more years, our relationships with our patients has been usurped by some other third parties coming in and getting in between us and the patients. And this has changed the way we do business in a practice, and you are in practice to make a living. So as you attempt to do that, these third parties are going to be likely to mess with your ability to do a good job of that. I wrote down some things that I wanted to say to you about this because the third party is now pulling the strings, if you will. And indeed, you may end up feeling like a puppet, and that's not a good situation. And you know what? That's where fear gets created, of course, because you can't keep up. So fear is driving it all. Now, one of the things I just heard recently from an advisor was that you could continue seeing more new patients, work with some of the companies that help you get new patients in your community, they said. And they said, be sure you hold on to your insurance companies. This is not the time to drop discounting because you may not have any patients. You see how this is all fear-based? And when I heard that, I thought, wait a minute. This is kind of the Walmart model, we might call it, the volume, discounted care, but volume people. Let's talk about this. Would you be happy if you were seeing many more patients? Of course not. You couldn't keep up. How would you feel? How would that affect your relationship with those patients? Would they be happy? Would your family be happy with the person who came home to them at the end of the day? Would your staff be happy working with you and with the new volume of patients? You see, this is where it starts getting muddied. And you've got to sit down and really think, how can you come back from this shutdown, from this slowdown, from this setback in a way that is just going to thrust you far ahead and make your practice what you've always wanted it to be? This is the time to think about it. This is a blessing in disguise. This can be an incredible comeback for you. Some, as I always say, some people are going to do it. Let it be you. You know, I started thinking about all of this when I was thinking about the new course that we just put online, which is our Phase 1 Orthodontics and Mixed Dentition course. It's a great course. The point, though, is this. It's something that you might be able to do in your practice that people want. But aside, again, I realized I really wanted to tell you about the thoughts about fear-based versus your values, versus your vision. And that's where I'm going to leave it for today, Doctor. That's where we need to all be. This can be great. Let's make it so. Dr. Chris.